How do you react to those who have criticized this government as being nepotic in his appointments?
As being?
Nepotic.
You need to prove that. What do you mean by nepotic?
So let's go by the appointments within the economic sphere. The appointment of his former friends, those who have served with him in the CBN, in the Ministry of Finance. And these are strongholds. I mean, those who believe that some of the agencies that hold sway on our economy, they're former Lagos boys.
Well, you call them Lagos boys, but why they are in Lagos, did they not yield results? I see a president, you see, in this country, we sometimes misplace our argument by saying, oh, the president must appoint this and appoint that. The president, even during his campaign, he had made it very clear, for instance, that he's going to use Cardoso. He kept saying it, that he's going to use Cardoso. And you can see that he didn't make a wrong choice by putting Cardoso in the CBN. He kept also saying he was going to use Wale Edun. And he made you can see what the efforts Wale Edun is making to make sure that this, as the coordinator of the economy, the efforts is making to make sure the economy is put on the right footing. A president will choose people he believes in, who has shown some experience, who has shown success in the past, who he believes can do the same thing at the federal level.
Must they be from one part of the country?
They are not from
one part of Lagos. One part of
Cardoso is Lagos. Edun is Ogun.
But they have worked with Ashwaju when he was governor. Yeah, these are close people. These are close members of his political team.
You should be talking about, are they qualified to hold those positions?
Must they be the only people that could take part?
Are they qualified to hold the positions?
Are there no other people who are qualified, Mr. Onanuga?
If you are a CEO of a company and you want to employ people, you better go for people that you know have the pedigree, who have done this, demonstrated that they could do this job, and so that you don't begin to experiment.
So are you saying that it is only those who have come from the places where the president picked them are the only ones who are qualified?
No, I'm not saying they are the only people who are qualified. But as a CEO, he felt that he'd be more comfortable. He has seen them doing this job before, and that he could do it, replicate it for the federal government at the center. So that's the reason. More important is that competence. Are these people qualified? I think they are.
On the altar of nepotism.
It's not nepotism. I said, what's nepotism? Putting your relations and people in office. Are they his relations?
Has that not happened?
Relations? How many of them? I said statistically, how many are we talking about?
His in-law.
How many? How many in-laws?
Should that happen? Should that ever happen?
Does he have?
Should that ever happen, Mr. Onanuga?
Look, Mr. Trump of America, did he not bring his in-law to government? Did he not bring his son? Did he not bring his daughter to government?
Is he right?
It depends on what you're talking about. I said statistically, how many?
And you don't think that this could be nepotism?
It's not. It's not because it's not. When you want to describe a phenomenon, it has to be in a large number. When you're talking about few appointments that qualify for what you're talking about, is not. To me, it's not a problem.
Mr. Onanuga, there are those people like former governor of Kaduna, El-Rufai, and some northern strongmen who did not make it into the cabinet, and they are gaining a lot of recognition outside of this government. And there are fears within the APC that this might affect the political standing of the president whenever he seeks to seek re-election.
Well, it's unfortunate that El-Rufai, that's one. I think that person you have in mind, didn't eventually make the cabinet. But my belief is that 2027 is still a long way. Whatever people have been offended, or whatever, there's enough time for the president to make amends and to make sure that the people who were in the coalition that brought him to power in 2023, he reconciles with them and he brings them on board.
Do you think that could happen?
I believe so.
Is that the thinking of the president?
Well, I've not spoken to him about that, but I know that as a politician, he knows what to do, that he doesn't need to create enemies. Whoever, as a person, what it does is that the president even has a one weakness, I know, trying to make sure that he reconciles with perceived opponents or enemies or so on. That's the kind of person he is. I'm sure he will reconcile with a lot of them. He's not a man who will just totally say, oh, that man is my enemy. No. He will, whatever differences they have, we try to find a common ground.
Including El-Rufai.
Including El-Rufai.
And those who are angry with the likes of Daniel Bwala, who were against him, and now he has drawn them to his side.
Was it the president who invited Bwala? It was Bwala who said he wanted to come back. So, and this president is a man with a large heart. He welcomes everybody.